Well, this is Cardo's media, and yeah, don't blame the messenger. Yeah.
Yo, you don't know, this is Trilogy, straight out of Dominica, and you're tuned in to Cardo's Media. Don't blame the messenger. Boom!
Yes, good night, everybody. Welcome for joining in live. It's Cardo on Focus with Fido right there.
What's
Dominica,
going
what's
on?
happening? What's happening, Dominica? I think about 30 minutes ago, Hector John, police officers arrived at Hector John's home.
Yeah, I just heard about that too.
About 30 minutes or so, I saw the video where he went live and he was showing the officers at his home. So yeah, it's active tonight.
Yeah, them policeman active, man. Them police active
Man.
tonight. Yeah. Well, they
Very
better
active
stay
tonight,
indoors.
I'm telling you, that's crazy, boy. That's crazy. That is crazy.
So yes, Peter, I see you all had a big activity going on in the country today.
Yeah, definitely. We had a serious activity going on there. We had a protest. I think it's Operation Electoral Reform Story. We had that protest going on there, boy, but that went south. It went. I don't think. Honestly, I don't believe the protests made the impact it was supposed to have. But that's just me saying.
True.
That's just me saying. You know. So some persons, and I was there. I was actually there. I got the taste of. I got the taste of tear gas today.
Cardo's media had to be there to cover the action live.
So we just preparing some interviews there so we could post up later. But then yeah, man. But basically though, later we're gonna do the live stream in the morning. Tomorrow in the morning, basically we're gonna just assess this protest action. We're gonna assess the protest action. We're gonna call out what we think is right, what we think is wrong, because there were certain things that was right and there were certain things that was wrong. And we'll get into the depth of that tomorrow morning. I myself am tired from tear gas and all this walking around and stuff like that. But again, hey Fluffy, what's up? But yeah, man, we got treated to some tear gas.
On? You reach. Share the live,
Yeah,
share the live.
We got treated.
I did doing a little work out there, you know. I did working driving my truck. So that is why we didn't come on live earlier.
Yeah, man.
But we're here now. And I say we'll just do something in the morning because I feel we need to give a real reaction to what took place.
But yeah, we're gonna do that.
But
go ahead.
I feel to myself, and this is me speaking, my opinion might be unpopular, but I think on both ends of the spectrum, it was a shit show.
Okay.
Pardon my language, but I believe on both ends of this thing, it was just not right.
Okay.
The people need to organize and know what they're fighting for, and the excessive force, I believe, could have been dwindled. Certain perpetrators was in there trying to incite stuff, which I think we need to be careful what we're doing and what we're saying, because there was a lot of media, there was a lot of different people there, and the end result, I think it could have been done in a much more diplomatic manner.
Yeah.
We need to take accountability for our actions, because sometimes our action can come back and bite us in the ass. And as I appealing to our leaders again, on both sides. So we don't want this thing, every time we have been a protest, it's escalating and escalating. We don't want it to escalate to where there's things we can't come back from.
I know.
We don't want it to escalate to things that we can't come back from. I think, what are you saying this to say. I am saying this to say that we have to be mindful of what we're doing. Because if today these officers have decided to use live ammunition, what would have happened? If today the protesters have decided to use live ammunition, what would have happened? Are we ready to go down that road?
This is the thing, and I will tell you this. I will tell you this. I was on the floor and I was seeing what was going on. I was hearing what was going on, and among the younger set of people that was on the floor, they resorted and they concluded that only a more violent protest would have or effect change. So this is something we have to really talk about tomorrow in the morning. We really have to talk
So,
about that. This is it. This is a mindset on the floor, and we need to. It's important that everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. It's very important because if that is the mind of the people for that particular issue, that it needs careful attention.
yes.
Definitely standing for what you believe for sure, and you will go at great lengths to stand up for what you believe is right. But we also have to understand that in going to great lengths, there is casualties, there is
Yeah.
collateral damage. Okay,
Exactly.
and it makes little sense to me to destroy the little we have, and when we finish, what we're gonna do now? Rebuild the little we have again to start up again.
But
So
but you know what I think is being seeked for is an international intervention. And if we get an international intervention, I don't think that the general public in Dominica is gonna like what will happen. An
wow.
international, do you guys remember Grenada?
Mm-hmm,
Does
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
anybody on this live remember Grenada?
mm-hmm,
When the
mm-hmm.
US came in and did what they
Yep,
did.
yep.
Do we want that to take place in Dominica? That's the question we have to ask ourselves. Are we willing to stand for what
Wow.
we believe to take it to that far? Are we willing?
Hmm.
Because if we're not ready for that, the road we're going is the road that is where we're going to definitely end up. I don't want to say too much tonight, but
Because
tomorrow morning,
tomorrow morning we're gonna dive into this
tomorrow
thing.
morning,
We're
I
gonna
will
dive
give
into this
you
thing.
my full perspective on this thing. Because why? I think as a people, we have to make this thing make sense. The US need their own intervention, right? Yeah, that is true. That is
Wow.
very, very true. That is very, very true, Fluffy. What time we gonna go live? I don't know yet. I still working. I out on the road there, so trying to do some deliveries. But yeah, if if we go down that road, I just hope that we are ready to go to get ready for that, because it wouldn't be an easy road.
I know.
I believe our leaders need to listen to the people, listen to the cries of the people, and stop ignoring them for selfish gain.
I want to ask a question. Do you think was the Prime Minister in full I'm gonna say was he right to request RSS
No,
personnel on the floor?
no.
So can we have the thought that him requesting RSS personnel on the floor agitated or brought a particular mindset to the people already?
Well, that you can say that. You can say that. I don't believe that RSS was needed. I don't believe so. I believe that we have police in our island who can control a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I believe so.
I even have another deeper question to ask, because a leader is requesting RSS personnel on the floor, and that request was approved on what grounds?
Exactly.
An electoral reform is being presented, and that is warranted. That has enough weight to give extra security personnel. I don't know.
I believe the other islands in the Caribbean, they can lend their voices in other things other than meddling in domestic affairs. That's a domestic affair that needed to be handled domestically by the leaders of either side of the spectrum. The people want something, they are presenting something to them as far as saying it's electoral reform. I don't think that's what they want, or either they're moving the goalpost every time something comes up. I don't know. But be mindful of your action. Because trust me, it can be very detrimental. Even though you're fighting for our good, it can turn into a bad. That's my opinion. But tomorrow morning, what time you want to go
Yeah,
live?
tomorrow morning.
8, 9, 10, tell me the time.
Let's sit at 8 o'clock now, so we can stay longer.
8 o'clock? All right. 8 o'clock is a good time.
We can stay longer. We can go into it deep, and I can prepare the videos so we can have the videos to show.
Yeah, so people,
and stuff.
We're going to tune in tomorrow for an in-depth review of what took place today in Dominica at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. We're going to do an in-depth review.
Wait up.
Hey, Ali, I got this stuff, you sent to me. I supposed to text you, but I've been ripping and running. I'm even in your town, right? Not your town, but in your state right now, North Carolina. So yeah, I've been ripping and running, but I got you. So my people, tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. military time 0800. Tune into Cardo's Media and Fido. We will be giving you our in-depth review on what we think took place today. I wish more people would have stood for their country. I wish more people would have not resorted to the extremities that they went to today on both sides of the spectrum, because it was a shit show. It was. But if the leaders not listening, that's the reaction they're gonna get and keep on getting.
That's the next thing. But then, how? At what length do you have to go for it to become effective?
What was that?
At what length do we have to go for this thing to become more effective?
Boy, I don't know. I really don't want to see unnecessary bloodshed on the streets to make a positive change. I'd rather it get settled diplomatically. The two leaders and them need to sit down and strategize and make this thing make sense for the country to grow. Put aside ego and look for the betterment of Dominica. Put ego to the side and look for the betterment of Dominica. Because I think it's an egotistical thing that's going on here right now. Is who can do or who can outdo. And those with money will always outdo. You follow my drift?
I understand what you're saying.
Those in leadership, those who have the power will always outdo.
So, but I bring another thing across. So, so my sister is there working with MO News. I am right there as well, getting some footage for Focus Video and Cardo's Media. And you think so? So tell me, what right does this officer has to treat a media personnel in that manner?
And that is why the shit show coming in. I'm sorry for the language tonight, but that is where the problem lies. Because if I'm here doing footage media-wise, I am not participating in actively doing no kind of protesting.
Yeah.
I'm just filming. You have no rights. You have no rights to do what you're doing there to me. None whatsoever.
No, MO News is an established media company.
Exactly.
So is there, boy, that is looking good.
Exactly. It's not like as though you don't know who Emo is, or you don't know who that young lady is. That's a young lady in every funeral. Every activity that taking place on the island, she's there. Why are other media houses extended privileges that she's not extended? Those are the things we have to look at,
And to look at what she was looking for in a position to take footage of what's going on, so that she's not caught up with the crowd. I was there.
Yeah. I was watching it.
But yes, boy, Oyan boy.
Yeah, she
But
alone
that
he attack.
was planned because when Aisha was going on this, I went over there to meet. When I posted the video, you guys will see when I went over there. So and I approached him, and he did what he did to her. He didn't do to me. He went to the other side of the road and then talked to his other fellas and them. So that is they're actually attacking my sister.
Hey Roxy, how you doing? We're gonna be live tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. We want everybody to tune in, share your opinions tonight, because we're gonna have a very open and candid discussion about what took place today.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
What took
man. That
place
is
today
nonsense.
was an atrocity that don't need to take place again. Because if it does take place again, it might lead to a place of no return. It might lead to a place of no return.
The craziest thing, it might just go there.
Huh?
I don't to be pessimistic, but the craziest thing, it might just have to take that length. It might just have to go to a place we don't want it to go.
Boy,
That's just the truth of the matter.
it might be the truth of the matter, but are we ready to go to that length?
There is this
Is
song
the
ready or not,
general public in Dominica ready to go to that length?
and then
Because
that is
trust and
that,
believe you me, if we go there is no coming back in. Do you remember in 1979? What happened in Roseau already?
yeah, we know that, and that
Do
is
you
history. But
remember that?
they do have a thing that they say history does
History
repeat
repeats
itself.
itself.
They have that saying, history does repeat
Who
itself.
can hear will feel, and that's what the people need to
To
understand.
understand. Boy, I'm telling you,
I,
boy.
I've seen a lot of Facebook youngsters lately. Everybody want to come. Well, the country needs to wake
Welcome.
up. Welcome. To do
What you have to do.
what you have to do. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Facebook youngsters. Everybody's sending out message, but nobody on the ground. Nobody's on the ground when the action is needed. I don't want to be that kind of a person. I don't want to be preaching no violence, no rah hype up people and then never show up to be there.
There's an
If you
issue,
want to
yeah.
preach, something, be there when the time is called upon for you to be there. Don't be hiding behind on Facebook and saying, "Oh yeah, man, be there," texting in things. Nah, be on the ground.
Oh boy. This is something, but this is something.
But you see me, I kind of, I don't think kind of different.
Look at I also observed something too, I have to make mention, I must make mention of that because nobody tell me I saw that. When while this thing was going on this with the tear gas, some tourists was walking up to the officers in the barricade. You talk to them nice, they deal with them nice. Why couldn't they deal with the media personnel nice too?
Exactly, exactly. I even heard that some tourists got tear gassed.
Well,
I even heard
and
that.
except, but I'm telling you,
So,
this is
is the country ready for a lawsuit? Can we
can we
withstand
handle
a
that?
lawsuit? You following my drift? This is not just going to affect Dominica in the way in which it's going. It will take regional steps. It will take international measures. It will reach there. It will reach where the US is going to ban us all entirely from coming to their country. It will reach them kind of levels if we cannot do this thing diplomatically. Look, they at Hector John House tonight, kicking in his door.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
this is
Come
this
on.
is
We are a peaceful nation. I wish I could have played the national anthem for everybody to hear what Dominica is, the
no
national anthem of Dominica.
no, Dominica, I think, is in the top 10 or top 20 most peaceful destination for tourists.
Good.
And upon the first request of RSS, there is an asking on what grounds or what. This is crazy.
Dominica, God has blessed thee with, uh, I can't remember the words, but God has blessed us, Dominica. Why are we behaving the way we are behaving on both sides of the spectrum? People and leaders. I don't know if you all listen to us or not, but if you are a leader Let us put pride to the side. Dominica do have elections. Do have elections. If you are a leader in the Commonwealth of Dominica, listen to the pleas of the people. Listen to the pleas of the people and put pride aside and work to build a peaceful and productive nation. We don't want to be on the internet with the foolishness we had there going on. Do we want to be like Venezuela? Do we want to be them kind of places? Do we want to have a war? Is that what we're shooting for? Is that what we're going at? War between the civilians and the police? Is that where we want to go? I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. I know he's trying to make a problem with her.
Yes, of course, of course. Of course.
Boy, and you're going back on old thing. You're trying to make Fido vex tonight, eh?
I know, but that is the truth.
Who are the people you're talking about? Who are the people I'm talking about? The leaders of the country I'm talking to. On both sides of the spectrum. Let us resolve this thing in an amicable manner. Amicable means understanding a peaceful manner for those who don't understand what it means.
But a democratic country, that's not the basis for a democratic country, no. I was whole today, I was asking myself, are we really a democratic country, no?
No, we're not a democratic country. We are
whole
bad
today I'm
man
asking
country.
myself. Because that's not democracy, and it's not democratic at all.
We are bad man country in Dominica. Salisbury and Marigot against them. It's not Salisbury and Marigot against Dominica. It's the people of Dominica having been felt like they have been treated unfairly. And they need their leaders to listen to their cry. They need their leaders to answer the call for us to be a productive nation. One of them have us lazy as can be. And one of them trying to make us a better place. But I think we have to put pride again into the side. And I think we should clear the voters list because I on the voters list. I live in America 7 years now. Should I still be on the voters list according to the rules of Dominica's politics? Should I still be on the voters list? I'm not asking a question. Should me, Richie, be on the voting list? According to the rules of Dominican politics, I should not be on the list. Why is that? I think we should clear the list. And who wants to re-register, re-register. If you want to say, if what you're saying
is true, then why they vote in Labour? Boy, I have my speculations. I don't know if it's true. You know, I may be wrong. I could be wrong.
I gonna answer you, sir.
Well, answer.
Want. What I gonna say, they gonna choke some people, you know.
Go ahead, say it.
The people want to know if they vote somebody different, they will be properly looked out for. I think looked out for, given a valid or a valuable option. Because some people just be like, better the devil I know than the angel I don't know. You know that saying there, right?
I understand that saying there. But you know the dangerous thing about that, and I'm gonna give you guys an analogy about it. You have, let's say, this particular lady is in a relationship, but it's in a very abusive relationship. All right, and you say better you are the devil. But you say better the devil I know than the angel I don't know.
Yeah.
And then, but the more you say that, the more you stay in an abusive relationship, is the worse it's going to get, anyways.
Yeah.
So why not take a chance at leaving that? Than stay there and know you can dead.
Well, abuse does have a psychological effect on people.
Okay, I'm starting to talk something So is it a psychological effect on the people to continue voting for a party that is not really and they step onto with the party and then still continue and vote the party because of psychological effect?
Yeah, it can be a psychological effect.
Okay, it can.
It can be.
Okay, it can.
So Labor say stay in opposition for 20 years. Yeah, Labor stayed in opposition for 20 years.
25.
No, Labor stayed in opposition. Oh yeah,
Yes,
for 20 years.
over opposition. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
because they
And then,
had Mamo for 15, then it had Workers for 5 or for 4. So I guess it's time for change now. We need another somebody else for another 20.
nobody they were asking for another 20 themselves. That's in asking for another 20.
We need somebody now for another 20. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Freedom.
Was
Freedom
the
had
same way.
15. Freedom had 15. And then
Yeah, they have
Workers
the
won and got
most
5.
consecutive. I think they have the most consecutive.
Huh?
I think Labour has the most consecutive
No, well, Freedom, yeah,
terms.
Freedom had 15 years when Mamo was there. Freedom did 15 years.
So that is 3 terms. That is 3 terms.
Yeah, and Labour has 5 terms. Or 4.
Exactly.
5
4
terms.
terms. 4 terms. Actually,
And they,
5. Sorry, 5.
yeah, they're on 5.
So that is the most consecutive.
When Dominicans ready, they will remove Labour. And that is
And
the
the man
truth.
say, listen to me. The man say, until Christ come back, Labour will move in.
But the thing is that the messed up thing is, I don't see the Labour Party doing what they need to do to keep the people and them voting for them.
Exactly. So then is something else then? So what?
It's something mental. It's a psychological effect or a psychological hold that is being placed on the
You
people.
sure about that? Sure about that?
Of course.
Okay.
I control your money, I control you. Am I wrong or right?
You're right.
I
Because
control your money, I control
speaking
you.
that way. I speaking that way because I saw. I don't know. I could be wrong too, but I saw a different reaction for the 2019's results. I saw a different reaction. I didn't see an immediate celebration. I saw a shock and then a celebration.
Okay.
So I'm like I told you, I've been observing a lot of things.
You know what
understand.
You know what I believe? I believe in the last election when the United Workers Party decided to stay out of the race, they messed up.
They should have never
They
not
should have never
contest.
stayed out.
They should have contest, yeah.
That's just my belief. I might be wrong, but I believe they should have never stayed out. Because
Yeah,
according to the laws of Dominica, the Prime Minister dictates when an election is called. That's according to the law.
once it's not up on him, once it's not
Once the amount of days is given for the election, he can call the election when he wants to. There is no set date. Now that is something we can look to amend in our constitution to put a set date so that the people are aware of when the election is going to call, so that nobody get caught off guard. But it's not in the constitution at the moment. So he can call the election. He can wake up tomorrow morning and call the election and say, well, I get only 30 days. Once he do that, there's nothing you can do or say about it. It's not a sham. We have to get it out of our mind and realize that he has that power to do that. And he also has the money to do that. What we have, if you are in the opposition, what you have to do is get yourself together in gear for anytime he call it.
Yep.
So you're not caught off guard. You have your candidates ready on the ground, ready to go. You have your money. If you have to bring in a couple people to vote, you bring them in. You have yourself in gear. Don't be caught slipping. You get what I'm saying?
Do you think the oppositions that we have are ready for them kind of initiatives there?
Play the country lawless. That is true. But in a lawless land, it has law still.
But it has law still.
It has law still. Play the game how the game is being played with you. They lawless be lawless too. Get them, yo, get the money. Do what you have to do. Figure it out. Make it work for you. You can't make one man beat you at a, it's a game, you know. Politics is not a play straight game. Politics is a game of dirtiness, of dirty tricks. And another reason to why we as Dominicans still in the predicament we're in, because we jealous. We don't want to see the next man rise. We vex if my neighbor gets and I don't get. Stop the jealousy. Put pride to the side and let's build our nation, man. But we don't want to. It's true, Roxy. It's true. We jealousy. We don't want to. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Pastor. We jealousy in Dominica. But I don't want to give you too much tonight, you know. I want
In
you
the
to tune
morning,
in
man.
tomorrow morning at
8
8
o'clock in
o'clock.
the morning. 8 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna have to address that, boy.
It's work I working why I gain all of this half thing here, you know. We working tonight. I out here on the road driving in North Carolina. Well, I do my delivery here now. You know,
Hmm.
poor people. Yeah, poor people
Poor people
mentality. That is
mentality.
true. I want all people to become rich people, rich-minded people. Think rich. Stop playing draft. Let us play. Let us play checkers. Not checkers. I'm sorry. Let us
Yes.
play chess.
Chess.
Stop playing draft. Stop playing
Was
the
it?
game of draft. It's not a game of draft. It's a game of checkers. A strategy. Be strategic in your moves that you make. Don't jump. Don't jump every time you head into the band beat. Be strategic. Make the move make sense.
Yeah, man.
Make the move make sense. But I want you guys to tune in tomorrow at 8 a.m. We are going to be live doing this open discussion. I want you guys to tune in, get your points together, get your cues together. We're going to do a live review of what took place today, where we can make things better and where we went wrong. There was a lot of wrong today that took place, a lot of crimes against humanity that took place, a lot of ill
Yeah.
planning that took place.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like no preacher because I doesn't preach. But a lot of things that took place today, some people can take jail for that. You're beating up old people, abuse against the elderly. You're firing rubber bullets in playground where children are. That is a crime against humanity. Come on now.
Boy,
And stop.
I was in the people's park, when that happened, Let me tell you what happened just so you can have a scoop of how stupid that was and ridiculous. They sent the tear gas at the back of the park. All right. And at that point in time, the breeze wasn't blowing to break by the seaside. It came back right in the middle of the park, right?
Yeah.
So when I looking to come out in the park, they throw one in the gate. So they throw one at the back and they throw one at the front, and they tell me to come out there.
So they can keep you inside of there under the pressure.
boy, I tell you. Oh my goodness.
My people, I love all you, I love my country. I want better for my country. That's the only reason why they're here talking. It's not because I don't even have to live in Dominica. I don't have to be in Dominica. But it's the love I have for my people. Why? I doing the things I doing, becoming live, putting myself at risk.
I'm
I'm
telling
not
you.
no Facebook gangster. I stand up for what I believe in. But when I'm in Dominica, it's the same way there on the ground with everybody. I stand up for what I believe in. Believe in something. Stop talking on Facebook and go home and stand up with the people and them, man. Hold on.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, Fido, I'm back. Sorry about that. I stand up for what I believe in. Believe in something. Stop talking on Facebook.
But
Huh?
you listen to your replay, man.
What's that?
You listen to your replay, man. The police vehicle had an accident tonight. But you see that?
Boy. What we
I
looking for
just
in Dominica, we go get it, On both sides of the spectrum, what we're looking for in Dominica, we're gonna get it. You might get an uprising from the same police force you're using to go against the people. You might get an uprising from the people against the police, against
Yeah.
you might anything we're looking for in Dominica, we'll get it. Anything. I want all you to take this thing as a heed as me, simple man like me, giving all you a caution and a warning. Let us put our pride to the side and do better for our people. I don't hear as no party representative. I don't hear as no. I hear as a Dominican. Put pride to the side. You mean what you know if you look at. It's not just you love if you alone not looking for something. You're not just them alone. Don't say that. I can't check my inbox. I there in the live. Hold on, let me see.
You sent something, man.
A statement. A statement to the mistreatment of emo reporter, the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Dominica guarantees the fundamental right and freedom of every person. Section 10 upholds the right to the freedom of expression, while Section 8 ensures protection under the law. Emo News is deeply concerned and outraged by the incident of the police mistreatment that occurred on
Definitely.
March 19th near Fort Young Hotel in Roseau. The actions of the Assistant Commissioner of Police and the officers involved represent not only a violation of the constitutional rights, but also an unacceptable abuse of power by those who want to protect and serve.
Yeah.
Since 2015, Emo News has been committed to reporting news, live events from Dominica to the world, from covering Tropical Storm Erica and Hurricane Maria to COVID pandemic, Carnival, the World Korean Music Festival, funerals, police drug burns, press conferences, and many other events. We have brought Dominica to the global audience with a proud record of free and fair journalism. We firmly believe in the words of, oh God, I don't know that person's name.
Well, Aung San Suu Kyi.
The press is the guardian of the public interest, and an independent press is the guardian of the public interest. At Emo News, we take serious our duty to inform the public, hold power to account, and report on events without fear of prosecution or mistreatment. No one should suffer mistreatment at the hands of the law enforcement, especially a member of the free press. We demand a full accountability, a thorough and impartial investigation, and justice for Simona Benjamin. Furthermore, we call for an urgent reform to prevent such violence from reoccurring and to protect both public rights to know and to the right to report the news. Emo News stands firm in its commitment to justice, transparency, and human rights. We urge the responsible authorities to take immediate action to address this matter. Ermelin Anselm, CEO of Emo Limited. And I agree with her for calling them out. So what I want to say here, I can't say. But you see me tonight here, just like me, we are Cardo's media house. I listened to the House of Assembly, why is the one that sit on top of the House of Assembly? What is his name?
What's that?
The one on top, the one on the top. They just have to talk to him.
Speaker of the House?
Oh, good. I heard the Speaker of the House say that they extended invitations to all media houses in Dominica. They send them letters. I have not received that letter from the House of Assembly. We are a media house in Dominica as well. So don't pick and choose who you send in your invitations to and then say you send it to All Media House. I heard him say that. You extended invitation to All Media House. Don't say that again, sir. Retract your statement. But anyways, tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, be here or be lost. We're going to time out. Fido, take them away with
Yeah,
your
man,
words.
later. No, well, basically, well, guys, tomorrow morning we're gonna dissect this thing. There are areas where we believe that the protesters, went wrong, and obviously there are human violations, human rights violations that took place from the officers who were given to oversee. Literally, they were given to oversee, not to control, oversee the protest actions. So then, guys, tomorrow we're gonna dive into it. We're gonna call it as it is, and we're gonna hide nothing.
Have a blessed evening, my people. Love for Dominica. One love. More power to the people. Peace.
Well, this is Cardo's Media.